In the meantime, I'm assigned to the Black Panther newspaper. And this becomes a very, very good education time and process for me. This is when I learned really to start understanding clearly survival pending revolution. This is when I understand serve the people body and soul. This is when, because I'm typesetting our intercommunalism, because I'm Oakland, a base of operation, because I'm typesetting the articles. And we're working for the campaign of Bobby Seale for mayor and Elaine Brown for city council. And we're working night and day. I'm typesetting the articles, I'm laying out the articles, I'm putting up dummy newspapers, taking my turn to do a dummy newspaper. And I'm drawing for the back pages, I'm drawing for the inside pages, and but there's about 4 of us artists who are drawers like me, but the other workers, they contributed too, even though they're not considered artists like that, but they put collages together and stuff, because we were telling stories on the back pages.
Why was art an important part of the newspaper?
Oh, well, I think I talked about it earlier.
Because of images making impressions.
That's the communication. And if you have people that are illiterate, semi-illiterate, ain't got time to be literate, even though they are literate, don't want to be bothered reading, because I read some of the articles. I was like, kind of convoluted there, but I get the point, But didn't want to, whether you could read or not, the images communicate. What did they say? They attributed Confucius. I don't know if he said it or not. A picture's worth 1,000 words. But it was a way of communicating the contradictions, what you deserved, what you're told that you can get, what you can't get, what your actual reality, and what we're offering you. We're offering you a chicken in every bag, and the groceries are free. And we're going to register you to vote. At the same time, we registered 10,000 people in Oakland during that time. We gave away 10,000 bags of groceries, full bags of groceries during that time. And it was fresh, real chicken and eggs in every bag. I ain't into all that right now, but we were and we were saying, this is possible. This is possible. You don't have to.
You're showing how a model community-based system could work.
Yeah, I like that community-based system. That's what it's about. That's what it's always been about.
It's truly by the people, for the people.
Exactly. And that's what we were trying to demonstrate with our pictures, with our articles, with our analysis. Do
you have any samples of the pictures you drew?
Of course.
So tell us about these.
See, I'll lay them out here so you can see. This will give you and we were so close in terms of art. We even started drawing like each other. But I brought a realistic style when I came down. But this reminds me of Emery's style. We were so close in terms of what we were doing and working so fast with each other. So this is my favorite. And the reason why this is my favorite is because this captures a time in history that you cannot deny happened. Remember when I was telling you I was looking for the boycott of Bobby Housewives Market? I couldn't find it. This sets it off because you got Bobby Seale running for mayor. You have Elaine Brown for councilperson. This is us encouraging the community to vote for survival. We're getting ready. We want Oakland to be a base of operation, a model city for change. Shirley Chisholm was running for president. Ron Dellums was with I think he was one of the first black congressmen, and he was part of the I think that created that Black Caucus, and so this captures a time. You know, that's why they had to get rid of us. Look what we're doing. You know,
I love the expression
and
on the
she's
woman's
happy.
face.
Yeah,
She's happy.
And this is a time of clip art, when clip art was clip art. You clipped it out with the scissors or an X-Acto blade.
Yes.
And you placed it in the bag here. And the originals is packed away. That's why you can't
But
see
you
it.
drew the woman, though.
I drew
the
the
face.
woman. I drew all of this.
Yeah.
This is the only thing that came
The
off
eggs.
of the sheet of paper.
Uh-huh.
You know, and of course his image.
Right.
These images. But it's called Let It Shine, Let It Shine.
What year was this?
1972, I think this one was.
Okay.
Let it shine, let the power of the people shine.
Gorgeous.
I like this one because even though it says the prices are going up, but my check hasn't gone up. My check isn't going up. That is what, 1973, 1974?
It's the same
It's
case
today.
now.
It's today. And this one here, it says vote for survival. Bobby Seale for mayor and Elaine Brown for city council. Vote for survival. We're telling you all, vote for us, and we're gonna bring about a change. We're gonna work with you to bring about a change. And it's gonna be so that you will move from survival to from surviving to thriving. That's Kaiser's model. And then this one here, I like this one because it's so bold. But she says, I've experienced a bitter life. People are demanding a change. And we were. And we still are. We're not demanding it the same way. But the suffering demands. Look at these guys. There was no tent cities when I was coming up. When this was going on, we didn't have tent cities. Now we got tent cities. We want, point number 4, we want decent housing fit for the shelter of human beings. Well, yeah, we want decent housing fit for the shelter of human beings. And then it was because we didn't want rats and roaches crawling around in our house and poor plumbing and poor electricity. And now we have tents, people living in tents. And people living in tents trying to set up and be comfortable and in their community within the tents, and you got people that are living in apartment buildings across the street from them upset, so they call the police on them to disperse. What did they say? How does that saying go? But for the grace of God, there go I. You know, why would you do that? And there was an encampment up the street, and they were quiet. They were hidden. And I just happened to notice that they were there. And I said, you know what? The next time, because I walked in that way, then I injured my back. But as I was getting better, I said, I'm going to take water. And sometimes I make a big pot of soup. I'm just going to put it in containers. I had this whole plan. I'm going to take the soup and I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to take the water and give it to them. And these people across the street called the police on them.
You're talking about the unhoused community.
Yeah. I'm like, they weren't bothering nobody. They were quiet. I didn't even know they were there until one day. I walked that way regularly. And one day I walked past and I was like, there's an encampment in there. It was just about 3 or 4. And I was like, okay, next paycheck, do da-da-da-da-da. And they were gone. So
tell us about this old man.
And this is the saying is funny. He said Nixon's got the cost of gas so high. The cost of gas so high. I think it was $1 something then. Nixon got the cost of gas so high. I guess I have to go back to cooking the little bit of food we got on the old wood stove. I wish I did have a wood stove, but the gas is high. The thing about what I like about these images is, you know, by some of the language, it's 1972, 73, but the social conditions are the same. They're just intensified. They're greater. And it, for me, it's education for a younger community. You know, the younger people, they hear these stories and they can, an adult or somebody helps them see the parallel to today, that we have got to move as a community together in unity to bring about a change. It's time for a change. And because this system is dying. I mean, it's, what do there's a saying, I can't think of how it goes, but it's kicking and screaming, but it's dying, and it's going to die. It's going to fall, because only thing that's constant in the universe is change, and it's going to fall. The challenge that I see is, do we have another version? Do we go from feudalism to capitalism to another version of capitalism? Or do we go from capitalism to care, to caring for the community, to being in relationship with the environment, with each other, different groups? Do we be in relationship so that this group is not just trying to get social justice for itself, and this group is trying to get social justice for itself? Because you take care, right now, I see the least of these is the environment. You take care of the least of these, and everything else is covered. Everything else is covered.